what's the status of my server? Is it free? Is it so? Where the crawling happen? It shows the crawl has happened. All right. So before we breaking up, what we did, we have converted our site as a site template. So in fact, both the site template is now available to us. And what the process we have to convert my site as a template.
I can only see the timer screen. I'm not sure if you're on
Oh, no.
something else.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. It's all okay now?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So as per the customer requirement, customer need to make a template for two of its critical services. The first service, whatever the list item, that list item need to be converted as a template. And this is pretty straightforward, where we first create a list item. Then using the list library, we create a template. List library. And once the template created, we simply using my content view, we update this template, whatever we have available to. And then template is available for us. Once we done that, as web part to consume by all my site, subsite, and everything. So this is pretty straightforward. Now to convert my site as a template, we have some different approach. So for that, first we create our site, design our site the way we need, create and configure site. Once the site is configured, then we create template using site setting. And once the template created, download the template from solution gallery, and then we upload the template. First, we create a new site with blank custom template. And once my site is created, then we upload this template to site gallery. Upload downloaded template in site gallery. And when the upload complete, we need to activate it. It takes some time. So we activate this image, or you can say a template, which available in site gallery. And then once it is available, we can launch new site URL which we created, and then select my template from custom template and then launch it. So for a site, it's a pretty lengthy process, and it depends upon how we are going to create a template with content, without content. So when say with content, it is going to copy everything from my site into the template. Without content, then it is only going to configure my site as per whatever the setting we have made there. So we already uploaded a template into the gallery, and then when the document has been uploaded, now it is available to us as an organization in a custom template, the name of the template, and from where we picked up the template, we have picked up from this solution gallery. So it means that in this solution gallery, this template is already available. How this template available? We have to upload this template here. And once this template available, we have to make it activate and wait for some time to make this template available in my solution gallery. Once we done that, once we upload the template and activate it, and a status is also say all fine, it's activated, we can go back and we can now check the custom. Here we should see our template which we have created in the last steps. So, and then once we done that, we simply have to just click OK. And now the whole setting, whatever we did in my original site, is going to copy into this new site. So it means that template is something which give a standardization to whole process. As a customer, I can have everything as a template ready. If anyone wants to create a sites or maybe a list, we can define this, or we can make this template available. And what the best part, this template is going to work for all the SharePoint 2016 version. No matter where we install, if the version and edition means SharePoint come in a two edition, a standard and enterprise. If my edition and version is same, I can easily upload the template and I can use that. So now once we have that, it is again going to ask me, because this is something which we have created. Now it asking me that what type of rules or what type of members you are going to select. I am going to use the same one which we have originally defined, because everyone need a rights. And look at that. Whatever we did, whatever we did in my original site, everything is now replicated here. Same to document management system, document and archive. Within document management system, we have created this as a view. All right, everything we have as it is. So now this a specific template which we have downloaded, we can use it anywhere, any SharePoint which is have a same standard, right? There is no problem, only if my template is correctly created and downloaded. So what the whole process takes, whole process say that you must have first create and configure your site. And once my site is configured, I can simply go and create a specific template. We can save my site as a template, and once the site is saved as a template, I can download this template from a solution gallery. And the whole fundamental is pretty straight. You just have to go and click save this site as a template. And once this is available, we can download this like that. We can copy this in a pen drive, give it to someone else who can go and restore this site as it is. And then they can go and do the modification. So it means that template is something which customer require, and SharePoint is going to give me both the way. List and site, both we can make available this as a template. So if I see now the whole requirement, the very first requirement of customer, that we must have a document library. In that document library, we should have two unique column, document ID, document status, and this should be available across all the document library as well. And then whatever the status change, that document automatically or maybe manually move to my archive storage. Later on, we are also going to see that in the archive storage, how we can go and enable the deletion policy, because everything I cannot store in archive for a lifelong. As per the legal requirement, company law requirement, or maybe country requirement, when we are doing a business, we have something to store the data for 6 years, 7 years, not beyond that. And after that, it's okay to remove the data. So we are going to implement the deletion policy, where we are going to say that after 2 years or 3 years, the data will automatically move to a recycle bin. So this recycle bin we are going to explore tomorrow as a part of my disaster recovery and a backup plan. So in recycle bin, it is going to stay for some time. By default, the duration is 15 days. Up to 15 days, I can still recover the document from the recycle bin, and then it is going to remove completely from my SharePoint infrastructure. Second requirement of the customer, that they want to implement a document format. So both the options which we have implemented, one is a document ID and document status, and second, the type of document which we can create along with the format, both we can use designer gallery. In a designer gallery, we have a feature through which we can create our own content type. We call it as a custom content type. In custom content type, we can define what columns we want. In a content type, we can also define what kind of a document format we want. Both both process once is done, it's going to work pretty ever. And even when we copy this site template and when we create as a site template, this feature will also come along with me. So it means that if I browse this new site and when I going to check, we will found that this particular option is also available there within a site itself, which was a copy site, because this is a feature which is available for everyone to use. Look at that. We still have this all three format available, because when we create a convert the site as a template, this is also going to go with that. Next, as a part of compliance management, this customer require that if any dispute happen, company to company, company to government, or employee to company, there are various way where the conflict can happen. Then we can scan and hold the document till the whole compliance check happen, that what exactly we are going to put inside the document. So this we can achieve the compliance in on-premises SharePoint as well. Before that, this feature was not there. This feature was first introduced in Office 365 SharePoint Online, but now this is also a part of my SharePoint infrastructure as an enterprise feature. So it means that if I am using a standard edition of SharePoint, these features is not going to available to me. This is also pretty important. So maybe when we are creating a site collection, we may found that this specific feature is not available for me, means this enterprise feature is might not be available for me. This will only available when we have enterprise version of SharePoint running in my data center. So this legal hold is going to give me another document management library. This document management library is not accessible by anyone except the compliance team. So the compliance team still can go and see all the document, even if the document delete and removed from my SharePoint infrastructure, and it maintained the copy till the time the hold was created. So if it is created for 30 days, be there with 30 days. If it is created for a year, be there for a year. So this is what this customer need, and this is what the project we have given, and we have done that. Now one more part which is this customer required, that they want to have a deletion policy, that anything which happen in or any data which is stored in this specific document library, that document by default will be deleted after the compliance period is over. So maybe as per my country compliance or as per my business compliance, I may have to hold this document for 2 years. So till 2 years document will be there, but after 2 years the document will automatically removed or deleted. First it will go to recycle bin, but still we have a chance to recover the document. So let's see now how this deletion policy going to achieve if I am using SharePoint 2016 onwards. Let's see now, come back. This time I am going to check that I have, for example, this is something which we have called compliance document or compliance, you can say policy. I'm going to see a site which is called compliance. Let me make it good naming convention, IBM compliance. I'm also going to make an IBM compliance. And this time, last time we have selected in place hold policy center. This time we are going to select compliance policy center. Let's see now how this compliance policy center going to help me achieve my objective, where I want to pretty sure that if I enable this policy, all the document which is there in my storage in my document management system will remove automatically. Oh, that day we have created that compliance center also. All right, let's come back. Yes. So it say that this is what the compliance center policy, this is what we have created yesterday only. And we have given a name, short name, comp. So here the very first policy is say that deletion policy, and what exactly this deletion policy is. So when I go and click this deletion policy, or let's have this deletion policy. So we say that in this deletion policy, we can define a specific rule. So for an example, I say that policy to remove document, and I am going to configure a rule. So it is again going to ask me that what exactly do you want me to do? How you are going to enforce the deletion policy. So I can say that let's delete after 7 years. So what will happen if it is the 7-year period is over? Does it should go to a delete recycle bin, or it is going to delete permanently? Best practice says that maybe this document which you have already enforced a rule, maybe it's required, and but because of the compliance policy it has been removed and deleted permanently. So there is no way to recover it until and unless you do not have a backup. So it's recommended that put it in a recycle bin. Anyhow, in a recycle bin, no one going to access this document, because the recycle bin is a place where only the deleted document going to a store, and until and unless it is not restored back, you cannot see that. And then when this a specific policy going to apply, we have a 3 criteria now. Criteria 1, when the document get created. So it means that in this deletion policy, when we are configuring that, it is going to ask me that when exactly this deletion policy is going to take an effect. So let's say for an example, this is my document management system where I want to enforce my deletion policy. This is my DNS. And let's say for an example, if I upload a document today, then after 7 days, I have modified the document. So I have a 2 step now. One, first I upload a document. On a specific date. So let's say some user have uploaded the document on Monday. and then it is document going to modify on Friday. So there is a gap of certain days. Now, when we say a deletion policy going to calculate the time. So if I say 7 years, then 7 years from when? When the first time document uploaded or when the last time document modified? So when I say that, when the last time document modify, calculate the 7 years from then. Because maybe since the document modify, user might need to work this document. That is the reason why it has been modified. So the best part says that always consider in a policy that delete the document or calculate the time for deletion from date of last update, not from the date of when we first uploaded. Because the document which updated, it means that someone is using that document very recently. So from compliance perspective, generally the time calculated from the date when the document get modified, not from the date when the document get created. So this is what it is going to ask, that when the document get uploaded or created, or when the document is get modified. So as a best practice, we say that when the last document get modified, then it's going